All right, guys. Welcome to the stream today. Happy Monday, and I hope you guys all had a great weekend. I know stocks actually did pretty good on Friday, so I'm looking for them to maybe continue off of some of that good consolidation that we were seeing. And so far this morning, we've actually been seeing all right, guys. Welcome to the stream. To the upside. Hang on, sorry about that. I had my YouTube open on another screen, and it started playing through, so if you guys got a bit of an echo there, that is why. But it is fixed now. Apple is moving up, though, in a pretty good way. It opened, which they definitely need to do, especially considering the bad downtrend they were on at the beginning of last week, that's for sure. Going over to Microsoft, it's coming up in a good way. I saw Meta was actually pushing higher. They're looking to maybe cut some jobs, so that's good. Meta is actually gapping up in a pretty big way, which I like to see there, up to 95.23. Let's go see DraftKings. Yeah, DraftKings is still being DraftKings, you know, falling down per usual, as they've done. But overall, happy Monday, Keisha. Glad to see you in here. Hopefully you guys had a great weekend. If you guys did anything exciting, feel free to let me know. Might be able to talk about it a little bit. I don't know if you guys were able to watch any football or anything like that yesterday, but that game last night between the Chiefs and the Titans was actually pretty good. I was kind of watching it and just chilling out, but yeah, pretty good there. Overall, though, crazy day, crazy market. I know that we're coming off of some big events last week with Powell speaking and the FOMC event with the interest rate decision. Just remember, guys, we still have more stuff going on this week. We're going to have the CPI data coming out Thursday at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time. So watch out for that CPI data. It will be extremely, extremely important that you guys are careful trading Wednesday night heading into Thursday morning. Be careful holding any short-term options during that time. It could end up getting crazy. But whenever I look at this, I start to see that, you know, they are expecting the inflation numbers to actually come down a little bit, which is actually a great thing. So hopefully they come down more than expected, or at least at the expectation. If they fall down a little less than expected, then it might not be too good, but definitely watch it, guys. Really hoping that we see a drop on this. It looks like the core inflation rate, the forecast is expected 6.7, the consensus is 6.5, and the previous is 6.6. So the consensus is indicating a slight drop, but the forecast is indicating a slight rise on the core. But on the overall inflation rate, we're looking at a slight drop. So hopefully that's what happens. And if that does happen and we do see the inflation rate come in lower than expected, seriously watch the SPY, because I think we could have a really big run to the upside if we do see that. And I think it is possible that we will see those inflation numbers start to drop down ever so slightly. So hopefully that's what happens. And if it does, we're going to start seeing the CME FedWatch tool start to go crazy this week for the next FOMC meeting. So for right now, they're actually pricing in a 56.8% chance of a 50 basis point hike. And we're actually looking at a possible 75 basis point hike coming in at 43.2%. So not really too much of a difference right now. But after Thursday, this should get skewed bigger one way or the other. So really watch out for that. That'll be a huge thing for the economy. And Keisha says, let's go Square. Hell yeah, Keisha. It's really continuing up. I know we talked about this, I think, in last night's video. Hopefully you can get up above 63, 65 here again. That seems to be a big resistance level that Square is once again touching today. But yeah, if you guys are seeing any big stocks, any big movers, just let me know and I can go ahead and give a look at those. I noticed DWAC was up a lot today, which was kind of interesting. Let me see what's going on here. Let's see why it's soaring today, according to Thinkorswim News. Reports that Trump plans to announce presidential run. Oh, okay. Got to talk about that in Discord real quick. Yeah, that was a pretty big move, though, in pre-market there. Had a huge pop up all the way up to $23 on DWAC. This stock has been terrible though. Pretty bad lately. I know one of my favorites has been LVS. I was really going to look at over the next few days, and right now it's still holding up okay, but overall you can see in pre-market we had some prints up there right at that $40.74 resistance. Didn't get the good breakout we were hoping for. Kind of hard to tell there in pre-market trading like that, but overall it looks pretty good. Yeah, it's really nice to see Meta running up though today. I mean, that's a really good thing to see. It had a really good move in market open and was looking very strong there for a little while. Let's go back to Keisha's stock real quick with Square. Oh, they are moving back down now. I was hoping to maybe see that they broke out. Let's see what else is on my watch list. I see LI, China EV Play, XPEV as well. Wow, look at XPEV. Uh-oh. The China EVs are coming back. That means NIO's doing well. Well, NIO was doing good. It was doing great, actually, then it fell off. CCJ's moving up. Interesting. Waiting for those uranium stocks to come back for us. Good old CCJ. Looking pretty good here on the daily chart. Big support around like 2250 on CCJ. I kind of like this little downtrend we've been in. Maybe if we can bounce here, start stair-stepping back, but I don't know. CCJ is a little bit high when you look at the, past couple years. And we're in this big area of consolidation. Honestly, it's been consolidating a lot in this area in the past, too, so yeah, be careful with CCJ. That one might not be the play today. I know banks, though, have been pretty good, and it looks like today they're continuing again. WFC, Bank of America, JP Morgan. Oh my gosh. It's insane how these things are moving. Yeah, these banks have been loving that news ever since Powell last week. Yeah, JP Morgan's holding up fairly well here. Right around this 130 resistance, actually. It's looking pretty good. Moved up above there, broke out above 131. Look at that on the 1 minute chart. Like, how's McDonald's doing? MCD? Oh my gosh, they're still going. McDonald's is still going. Ha! Oh. Man, those McRibs. Those McRibs must be helping out McDonald's here. Wow, that's what a crazy move though for McDonald's. I mean, people sleep on McDonald's quite a bit. I was actually looking for McDonald's to drop down a little bit. Yeah, I was looking for this big move below support, and we only saw it for a second that one day it opened. I'm only getting them for a second there, but yeah, it ended up reversing, moving way back up. New all-time highs there, so didn't necessarily get that move down we were hoping for. I think I talked about it maybe in a video. But overall, now we're breaking back out to the upside, and McDonald's is looking extremely strong again. I mean, extremely strong. Last night, I actually had Texas Roadhouse for, well, I guess I'd say like a late lunch, more like a supper, I guess. But I had Texas Roadhouse last night, so I wanted to check out their stock because, man, that place is always, at least by me, it always has like a 30-minute plus wait no matter when you go there. It almost doesn't matter when you go. Maybe if you go like right when they open, but man, on the weekend, if you go from like noon onwards, you're waiting there. But it's a very popular place. Their stock looks like it's been on fire the past few years as well. So good for them. Glad to see that. It's nice to see. DQ is nice, Keisha says. CVS too. CVS, Keisha says. Wow, yeah, it did. It broke out. Now it's pulling back. Let's see. It did get close to a resistance, Keisha. It looks like, I mean, $100 was pretty big, but back here a few days ago, there's a lot of prints at like $100.25. Kind of looks like that again. Nathan says, you like calls if we break SPY here at 379? Yeah, I do. If we break 379, Nathan, I really do like the calls. But unfortunately, it looks like, at least for right now, that's not happening. He says, any level for puts? Yeah, so for puts, Nathan, we do have this little gap here on the chart. I can tell that there's some support maybe here right around 376. I also see it at 375.50 though. So you got to be careful between 376 and 375.50. You can kind of tell there's been multiple bounces here over the past few days. But if we fall below, I would say 375.50, then I would maybe look at some puts to the downside. But I would just wait, honestly, and hope to finally get a good breakout at some point today. Maybe we just had to fill that little gap is all that had to happen. You know, you fill the gap and then you start moving back up. Kind of like what happened right here, you know. On Friday, we had this gap in pre-market. SPY ran up, came back down, filled the gap, bounced right off that support at the gap, and recovered. Kind of like what I'm looking for right here. You know, maybe bounce off of like 375.50, maybe 376, and then maybe start to, you know, get a good breakout here coming as the day goes on. So Nathan, that's kind of what I would look at here. Like I said, below 375.50, you might be able to get into some puts, but I feel like it's just so today I've seen quite a bit of stocks moving up, so I'd be a little bit careful with the puts. They might work out, but I feel like with banks and everything running up, I feel kind of like stocks might do okay. Like Walmart's looking good. I know Keisha likes Walmart. Let's go WMT. There we go. In Discord, someone asked me, am I still eating my McRibs every day? And I said I got the 15 on my count. Now I don't want to see another McRib ever again. No, I really did too. Ate like 15, maybe even more McRibs actually. I've had like 15 McRibs over the past like couple weeks. I will say, guys, I am starving this morning. I hope you guys can't hear my stomach. Now I'm sitting here talking about McRibs. All right, Walmart, let's go. I know Keisha likes that one. Maybe she likes Costco. What about Johnson & Johnson? Oh my gosh, I know she probably just ran through her list and typed Johnson & Johnson. Look at DQ on the daily. Oh, did I forget? Dachau Energy or DAC Energy or Daco. Ooh, Keisha, this looks pretty good. Let me see this trend line here. If this trend line lines up, Keisha, I don't know what to say. Oh, I don't know what to say here. This is looking pretty good, Keisha. I mean, it got pretty close to that trend. It's holding. Wow, I like this, Keisha. This could be a trend reversal here. And You know what? I'm gonna prove you guys something funny here. I can just tell right here on the chart that this must have been like a wedge or something like that this stock was in before it broke out. I'm gonna go on to the 5-minute chart and see if that was the case. Maybe we'll draw it out. Let's see. Definitely looked like a wedge though on that daily. That's for sure. Yeah, I mean it really was. Let's draw it out. Actually played out pretty well. Had that going on. Got your nice resistance level here. Yeah, kind of like a nice little wedge play. Hard to really see it though because DQ doesn't have a lot of volume. So like, you know, sometimes you're going to get weird prints with this one because of the low volume. But overall, I mean, still, I mean, I'd take the setup any day, Keisha, and it looks pretty hot. Especially on this little trend reversal. I feel like this stock might be reversing its downtrend right now. Especially off these supports and the way it's moving now. Looking very hot. I do see resistance right where we're sitting though, right around 50.70. So maybe if we could break above 50.70 today, you could see maybe get like a secondary continuation of the upside. Or maybe even, you know, buy it later on today for a breakout above DQ later on. Hey, good morning, Mike. Glad to see you in here. Thank you, Keisha, Mike, and Nathan for making yourselves known in the chat. I appreciate that. If you guys have any stocks or any big news or anything like that you guys want to go over, just let me know and we can check it out. But yeah, DQ does look good, Keisha. Walmart's still going. Look at that. On the 1-minute chart, we'll take it. We'll take it. All right, Walmart. I'll say Walmart has performed very well over the past few weeks. Very, very well. It is like right at resistance on the daily chart. But I'm going to be honest. I mean, it's been on such a good uptrend. I feel like Walmart will start to break this back to the upside. And I don't know about you guys, but I feel like during a time of higher inflation like we are now, I feel like places like Walmart probably benefit almost more than anywhere else, considering how they sell just such a wide range of products. And now they're able to raise prices and stuff like that. I feel like it's just working out perfect for them. I'm actually curious on Kraft Heinz still. Good old KHC. Yeah, they're coming back up on the daily too. Kind of like Walmart, actually. They kind of recovered up around the same time, and the chart looks very similar, actually, over the past week or two. Consolidating right at resistance. Still like good old Kraft. How's Kellogg? Oh, sorry, guys. How's Kellogg's doing? Let's see. Good old Kellogg's. Oh, wow. They had a bad drop with earnings, actually. Damn. That was bad for them. They were really high, though, I'll say. They got up there. How's DPZ, Domino's Pizza? Hey, guys, don't sleep on DPZ. Whoa. Whoa. Domino's. We're coming in here with a nice little support bounce. Very nice, actually. I mean, so nice. If I would have seen this trading down into that support, oh, could have maybe got it. It only fell under 300 just momentarily. Wow, what a big support. Right at $300, too. Can't line up any better. Yeah, let's go back and look. Wow, it actually bounced right on 300, guys. Like, pretty much right on it. So, wow, Domino's. Very nice support bounce. And it had a double bottom where it tested it twice. Damn. Missed opportunity on that one. Let's go see SPY again today now. Are we moving back up yet? Oh, we're actually going down. Like I said earlier, when Nathan was asking, watch for that 375.50 support and 376. If we could get a bounce somewhere around there, it'd be pretty good for SPY today. And of course, though, with SPY, it's going to depend on what these stocks are doing. And look at Apple. Uh-oh. Ooh. This actually looks pretty rough, in my opinion, on Apple. Wow, it looks like it's turning over. Wow, that's a bad move with the Apple. Hopefully it can hold. I don't like the way that wick extends up into that resistance around 138. That's not good. I hope that this doesn't continue today, but based on this current setup, I mean, I am seeing Apple kind of, you know, coming down and maybe retesting that low of Friday or something like that based off of the current movement that I'm seeing here. I'm really hoping to see a recovery though, but oh, it's been so brutal today. Microsoft's been doing a lot better, so I don't know. JP Morgan's coming back down now. Yeah, I know, right? It's just pizza, Keisha. It's insane though. Domino's Pizza, and Keisha, I've kind of expected Domino's might do a little bit better because I know that they're a little, they're kind of cheap considering all the stuff you can get sometimes. And I feel like during this time of higher inflation, they might do good. Now, let me look this up. Little Caesars stock. Do they even have a stock? Not Caesars Entertainment. Do they really own it? Oh, okay. They don't. Okay. Darn. I don't think they have stock. That's too bad. I feel like Little Caesars will be somewhere that does good. Same thing with Domino's. I feel like they'll both do well. Yeah, Nathan, I have 375.50 on SPY myself. That's what I would wait for. Yeah, we're starting to extend down now a little bit more. Like I said, Apple's turning over. Everything's starting to pull back down. But the cool thing with SPY, Nathan, we just filled that gap I was talking about. So watch for it. I said 375.50 to 376. It's hard to tell where it might bounce between here, but I feel like somewhere between that 50-cent range might hold up at least a little bit as support momentarily. But if the market keeps dying off, this could easily just blast right through all of those levels. But I would expect some type of small slowdown there. Yeah, Apple's starting to slow down kind of around support this morning. Hopefully Microsoft gets back up. Apple was looking brutal, though. Wow, Apple. All right. Square's still trying to run. I know Keisha's been watching that one this morning. A little bit. Good old Square. Yeah, if you guys are liking the stream, though, please smash that like button. That would really help me out, of course, as always. And if you guys are new here, feel free to subscribe. That would also help us out quite a bit. So I appreciate you guys being here, and I appreciate everybody always talking in the chat every morning. Really helps us out. Appreciate all that. I know a lot of hype has been generated involving Elon Musk lately, actually, and I've been watching Elon Musk on Twitter quite a bit. I don't know if you guys have been watching this at all, but I just wanted to let you guys know, if you guys are into Twitter and you guys want to, go ahead and follow me. I'm Tom_stocked_up. I think I'm actually going to start posting a lot more stuff on here. Let me show you my account right now. I guess I can't. That's funny. Oh, I have to click profile. So yeah, here's my account, just so you guys know you don't get into like a fake account or anything weird like that. But Yeah, this is my account. I have some funny stuff. I retweet sometimes. I don't get on too much, but you know, with Elon doing some stuff more, I think I might look at you know, maybe getting on and tweeting a little bit more. So if you guys want, go ahead and follow Tom underscore stocked up. If you guys want to follow me on Twitter, I'd appreciate that. I only have 13 followers though, I will say. I never get on, like I said. Almost never get on. So but I am gonna start. So if you guys want to, go ahead and follow me. And hey, if you follow me and I know, you know, I know who it is, I'll give you the follow right back. So that'll be pretty cool there. Like I said, don't forget to smash that like button on the stream this morning. But oh yeah, I was actually going to talk about Elon here on Twitter. Good old Elon. Elon Musk. I was going to say, he keeps tweeting these cool things. Wow, look, he just traded another thing. How times have changed. 3 unread messages. Oh, it's funny. But he's pretty much been saying there's a bunch of new stuff going on with Twitter rules where he's not going to allow people to have fake accounts. So, like, if you have an account that, for example, copies Elon Musk, he will actually ban, or you will actually get banned, for example. Or, you know, if you try to make like a fake Trump account, you'll get banned. Or if you make a fake, you know, anything like a fake Jim Cramer thing or some type of impersonation thing, he says you'll get banned as long as you don't say, as long as you know, he says you won't get banned as long as you actually put in there that it's just like a parody account or something like that. But if it doesn't say anything, he says you will be banned, which is really cool because we've seen so many fake accounts lately. I mean, I am so glad that this is finally happening. And I like what he says here about he's trying to give more power to the more voice, you know, to the majority of people rather than just empowering, you know, the celebrities who can get those blue check marks and stuff. Because that is kind of very unfair, you know, like once you get verified on here, it's like game over, I've heard. So, like in a good way, game over. But it's funny, he says his free speech extends to not even banning the account that follows his personal plane, which is a direct personal safety risk. So he's that much for free speech that he won't even ban the account that tracks his airplane, which when you think about it, that is pretty damn pretty damn scary in that sense, but yeah, it's pretty funny. Elon Musk, gotta love his post here. Twitter will suspend the account attempting to impersonation and keep the money. So if scammers want to do this a million times, that's just a whole bunch of free money. Very good there. I like how he puts Clint Eastwood. Go ahead, make my day. I love that. I love that movie. I think that's Dirty Harry. Something like that. But getting back to stocks, I had to talk about some entertainment for a little bit. Here's SPY moving down again. It kind of bounced pretty close to where I said, Nathan, around 375.50. Of course, let me know what stocks you guys see running, because of course it's hard for me to, you know, go through all these different things and still find the bigger movers, but it's pretty good. You know, I can see all the stocks that are high at least right now. Boeing looks pretty good. Meta. I know sometimes you guys find stocks that aren't on my scanners or on my watch list either, though, so sometimes it just helps out to have more eyes scanning the market. What about Oxy? How are these energy plays? Really, I mean, honestly, everything's kind of falling over today. There's Apple, Microsoft. Microsoft's the only one I see really holding up and doing particularly well. What about CVS? Yeah, CVS was trying, Keisha, again. Pulling back now. Probably expect another pullback. Walmart, Kroger pulling back. Pepsi pulling back too. Coke moved up and then fell back a little bit. You know what I do see moving today is Snapchat, actually. Snapchat's up 5.25%. Are they recovering? Post earnings here? They're trying, it looks like. They've been so volatile, though, that, you know, they're up 5% today, but you can see over the past couple weeks, they've had multiple 5% days. Hopefully they can get up there, though. I'm scared to go look at DraftKings. Oh, I shouldn't have looked. Shouldn't have looked, guys. Let's see that daily on DraftKings, though. We're still up above the low, which is good. Still up above the low. That's one positive, I guess. Momentarily. They need that deal with ESPN to come out soon. I mean, they need that deal soon. And they should get it because Disney and DraftKings kind of work together. Or, well, I shouldn't say that they work together, but ESPN needs somebody, and you know, Disney owns some of DraftKings. Not like they particularly work together, but Disney does have a stake of DraftKings, which is cool. So hopefully that helps out with their ESPN deal. I would think it would. I mean, oh, Palantir fell down post earnings. I know a lot of you guys love to watch Palantir and a couple other stocks like them, and yeah, they're falling off again here with earnings. Not good. Just can't get any good momentum with them. Nathan says, market's so boring. Needs to pick a direction. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Nathan. Yeah, it looks like, I would say puts are almost the way to lean today. It's hard to say, though. Still kind of bouncing around that support. Wow, it looks like we hit right off of 375.50 pretty much now. Yeah, it looks like that small support held up there at 375.50 at least. Bushing says he says thoughts on Polygon, and he says, or Cardano. Do you trade crypto? No, I actually don't, Bushing. I don't. It's just not for me. Matic USD, let's see. Wow, it's up pretty well today, though. 8.7% on Polygon's case. BTC's up a little bit. Well, it's not up a little bit, but I thought it was. It's trying to move up over the past couple minutes, though. What about... Oh, we said Cardano. Oh, that's ADA. Okay. I always see people saying ADA, so I know what that one is now. Sometimes these cryptos, they're just too volatile. They're just not for me, Bushing, but I don't think that they're terrible by any means. You know, they're okay. It's just not my favorite it's just not my favorite stock out there. Or not, well, I shouldn't even say stock. It's just not my favorite market to trade. You know, it's just so volatile, it's so up and down. I'll say this, if you like it, I would agree if you like to average in. I would think averaging into some of these over the longer term might end up doing very, very well, Bushing. So maybe think about averaging into some or just investing into some for the long term. You know, I've seen some big payoffs, but here's what I have to say about that, Bushing, is that, for example, if I had, like, let's just say hypothetically, like right now today, I had $10,000 to put into crypto, or to put into anything, honestly, to put in anything. I might do like maybe 1,000 or 2,000 of that 10,000 into crypto, but that would be it. And then I would average in with that 2,000. You know, it just wouldn't be something that I have the majority of my money in because it's very risky. But then again, you know, like I said, it might be good to average in and have a little bit of exposure, because sometimes a little exposure can go a long way on some of these cryptos. You know, like you go look at what's one of my favorites here. It's not my favorite, just keep in mind. It's one of the ones that I always heard of over the years, is XRP USD. So like if we look at like XRP, for example, you know, back in 2020, this went from like 25 cents up to almost $2, almost like 400%. You know, so it can have big moves, kind of like how Bitcoin has some pretty big jumps up as well. I will say XRP has not been looking too bad, honestly, down here. Pretty weird to see it looking so good, actually. Interesting, but yeah, I kind of like XRP. But then again, like I said, I don't really know anything about these cryptos, so I'm not out here saying I like it because of any specific reason. Mainly just that's been the one that I traded. Or not even traded, just watched, we'll say. Krish says, any thoughts on SI? Yeah, I do actually have some good thoughts on SI. And SI is right at the bottom right now. It's right at $50 on Silvergate Capital. It's looking pretty good, and I think that it could possibly start to pop back up. That's a pretty big support. Now, I will say they've been going down a lot, Krish, so obviously that comes into play. But for the most part, it's honestly looking pretty hot, in my opinion. I like it off this bottom support, and yeah, I think it could maybe bounce here. So if you're looking for a good play, I think this is very simple. You could just buy shares or maybe buy some options on this one. And if the stock falls back below 50, just cut it for a very small loss because it might go back on the downtrend. But if we keep bouncing here, it might be pretty good back up. So really good risk reward ratio here, in my opinion. Krish, I think it could end up being a good play. I actually really appreciate the chart on that one, Krish. You know, really good double bottom there. I will say, though, it probably has a pretty good chance of going down still, but if you really like it, you could play it off the support. And I do like the bounces we're seeing off that support. You know, pretty good Doge candles there. Little dojies. Wicks here as well. Maybe a little trend reversal coming. That'd be nice. Kind of reminds me of right here. You know, lots of wicks. Got a few uptrends. You know, a few green days mixed in there. Oh, Krish says, sadly, can't buy options here in India. Damn, that sucks, Krish. I didn't know that. I didn't know you couldn't do that. Maybe that's a good thing. I know, I'm just kidding. Do they let you sell options there, Krish? Or just, like, options trading just isn't available at all over there? That sucks. I really thought you could. Poor Spy. Sitting here not really doing too much. Still bouncing, though, Nathan, off that 375.50 level I gave. Hey, at least that level held up, right? The one piece of positivity from today. The level I gave held up. That's my only positivity I got for you. Damn, that sucks, Krish. No options for the US market. Oh, but you can trade options on Indian stocks or India stocks. That's cool. That's good at least, Krish. I mean, there's got to be some pretty good, you know, India stocks, right? India's huge. I would think it'd have a pretty good market of some kind. Now you got me interested. I kind of want to look up India. Is it the India 50? Is this the VIX for India? That's kind of cool. That's kind of cool, actually. You get to see the VIX for India. I like that. Wow. Huh. I like it. It's kind of cool. Let's see what we have moving. LVS is starting to pop back up, guys. Don't sleep on this one. This could start to be a pretty good one. I actually really like this setup on LVS. I think it looks pretty good. Looks really good. Keisha, I know what you're going to like right now. Good old Square. What about Walmart? Chris says, Indian market is really holding well. Even after the NASDAQ falls, the day after that, our market holds up stronger. That's good, Chris. That's really good. I'm glad it's holding up for you. I'm glad. Do you know the ticker? Let me look it up. India India stock index. Let's see. Sensex. Is that what it is? Sensex? I'm gonna get in trouble for this, I feel like. Wow, the India market's been very well, hasn't it? Wow, Krish. Wow, times are changing, aren't they? You guys are gonna overtake the US here soon. Wow. Nifty and Sensex. Okay. Chris says views on AppLovin. You know, I haven't heard about that one in a long time, Chris. You're the first person that's asked about that in a long, long time. So we have Sensex, and then they're saying Nifty. Nifty 50. Nice, okay. Cool, I'm learning some stuff here today. Nifty 50. Wow, these markets look very strong. I cannot believe how much they've held up. Back up at highs. I mean, very nice. Glad to see it's holding up good. What I will say about the Indian market, though, is it looks like it's on quite the uptrend. I will say, like, my one fear is that it's so overextended to the upside that I am scared for a drop, but maybe it won't come, you know? Maybe it'll keep going. That would be nice. It looks like over the past 10 years, it's continually held its ground and went up in a very solid way, like extremely solid. So it's looking really good there. Huh. Glad to see that holding up better than most markets right now. So better than the SPY, that's for sure. or like they said, the NASDAQ even. NASDAQ looks even worse. Oh, brutal lately. What are some of the big companies in India, guys? Let me know some of the bigger names over there. I know there's some big ones, some big tech companies, and I know there's a couple like big food manufacturers and stuff like that. It's pretty cool though. Yeah, if you guys like the stream though, feel free to smash that like button. That would really help us out for future streams. And also, don't forget to subscribe if you guys haven't yet. That would really help us out too. Any type of subscribers or likes or anything like that helps out the stream. I will say I'm going to create a quick poll here. All right, I'm creating a quick poll about the CPI data this week. All right, getting it going. All right, guys, I had a pretty cool poll going on here if you guys like it. It's about CPI going on and stuff like that. CCD says Adani stocks. Adani. Nice. Adani, wow, what the hell is this? What an insane move. This looks like Tesla. What is Adani? I gotta look this up. I don't want share. Why is it auto typing? Okay. Wow. Very interesting. Wow. What a crazy stock. I mean, that's amazing. Honestly, that's really amazing. Let's go see Tata. That's one that I've seen a lot in the past is Tata. Okay. This is one of them that I've heard of before. Chris says check the PE ratio of Adani. Let's go see. Maybe it'll work on the dashboard. Oh, it won't. This is only stocks listed on the NYSE. Maybe I'll go to FinViz. Let me see if I can find it on here, maybe. Damn, I can't get access to that data. Sorry about that, Krish. ADANIEN. Let's find it. Whoa! 448.66. Wow, I know that that's amazing that it has it that high, but I will have to say, I mean, I feel like you got to be a little scared that it might start coming back down to reality or something. Wow. That is insane. Just always keep in mind, guys, stocks with high PE ratios usually end up falling back down. So just keep that in mind because those PE ratios will start to stabilize eventually once the big growth phase kind of slows down. Maybe it won't ever slow down with Adani, but for example, this reminds me of like Tesla, like this reminds me of Tesla when we were like halfway up. You know what I mean? So like you can see how like once those PE ratios get so high, the stocks kind of start really going crazy. Obviously Tesla's on the US market, so I'm not going to necessarily say that, but just keep in mind higher PE ratios sometimes end up being crazy. But that is a crazy stock, Adani. Wow. Phenology. Let's see, phenology. MRF. Was that it? MRF? What is MRF? That's a pretty cool logo. Interesting. Yeah, the daily for MRF looks pretty damn good too. Man, these stocks are doing good lately. MRF has a chart kind of like a Walmart or something. Guys, I might switch over to the Indian market. I think. All right, time to go back to SPY, though. Got to get back to the SPY. SPY's trying to run up. Still big resistance around 379, guys, so watch out for that. I'm still waiting for a nice move up through that, though. So far, though, today, SPY has moved like exactly kind of how I thought. Like it would come down, maybe fill this gap, start to pop back up. Now I'm just waiting for that breakout back to the upside. That's what we really need, is that breakout back up. Yeah, Boosting says FOMO, LOL. That's funny. I am getting FOMO for those India stocks. Hey, Catherine, thanks for joining up today. Every time I think the market is getting traction up, it stops. Need a clear direction? Yeah, we definitely do, Catherine. And like I have here posted, just wait for this breakout. Once we break this purple trend line to the, or this purple resistance line to the upside, I think we'll be pretty solid. We just have to get a good move up above 379. And I think that with the way we've moved so far today, that can still happen, in my opinion. So watch out for it. I think it can be a pretty good move at some point here today. Thanks for joining, though, Catherine. I appreciate you joining. I appreciate the messages coming in. Of course, guys, let me know what big stocks are running right now. Check out some big movers here. Hopefully Meta. Yeah, Meta kept running up today a little bit. 5.35% now, looking pretty good. Square's looking all right. Just kind of holding up here at the top. Hopefully it gets that uptrend coming in soon. PayPal recovered back up after their bad earnings, which was good. That's nice and positive. They were looking rough. Yeah, EA's coming back too. I don't necessarily like any of these for day trades, though. Maybe Oxy looks pretty good for a quick day trade. Quick scout. Coinbase. Ooh, look at this on Coinbase, guys. Whoa, if we see this trend reverse on Coinbase, this would be pretty cool. All right, Coinbase. I like this little upper trend here. If we start to break this up, it could be pretty good. Let's see if Bitcoin's running. BTC USD. Yeah, not too much yet. Not too much. Well, Litecoin. Nope. Litecoin's been looking pretty good lately, not gonna lie. I can't lie, guys. Some of these cryptos, the way that they're really low and they're starting to move up, they're starting to be pretty tempting. Kind of like Boosting type. FOMO. FOMO on some of the cryptos. I'm not a crypto trader myself, but like I said, maybe buying and holding some for the long term might be pretty good. If you can somehow buy it and forget about it until it explodes, it might be pretty good. Ha! Bravo says, hey Tom, what do you think of DraftKings? I shorted it at 12 bucks. What's the next levels? I don't like uncertainty going into tomorrow, election day. I'm not sure how market would react. Yeah, I'm very uncertain how they're going to react as well. Very uncertain. With DraftKings, the one thing I will say, Bravo, I feel like your short play is pretty good. The only issue I have is that there is still support here on DraftKings right at $10 a share. And then there's also support here right around 11. So we have to be pretty careful here over the next couple days with potential support bounces and potential recoveries back up, with all the election, obviously, and everything like that happening. So, yeah, keep that stuff on the radar, Bravo. It's going to be very tough. I would say with DraftKings, personally, looks like a pretty good play down, like you said. I love DraftKings. I hope that they can hold this support and move up. But with all this negative news lately, I'm not expecting anything crazy out of them. So, yeah, we'll have to see, Bravo. And I don't know how many states are supposed to maybe be legalizing sports betting this year during the election. It might be none. I'm not 100% certain, like I said, but But for the most part, I think it looks pretty good. I'm on a 1 hour chart. There we go. Go to the 5 minute on DraftKings. Still holding down here a little bit. Brutal sell off again this morning, though. I know what you're saying, though, Bravo. Very uncertain. All right, so we have 9 votes in the poll right now. 44% voted for the CPI being lower, market would rise, and it tied 44% for saying CPI higher, market falls. So very interesting. 11% of you said CPI as expected, market flat. So wow. Pretty crazy to see how split everybody is on this one. Personally, I'm really hoping to see inflation coming in a little bit lower. I'm not sure that that's what's going to happen or not, but I think that could be the case. Sram says Tesla going down, TSLA. Yes, it is going down in a pretty big way, actually. Yeah, selling off. There's a big support here right around $200, guys. So make sure you keep $200 on the radar because it has been insane here around $200 over the past couple weeks. Multiple bounces around here, and if we start blasting below 100 or 200 with some momentum, yeah, you're gonna have to look at Tesla to the downside, unfortunately. There is still that big support though, so you gotta remember that. And looks like we literally just hit it. If we look at the 1 minute, yeah, like we literally just hit 200. So I'd probably watch for a pop back up, just momentarily. Now, if we break below in a big way, I would just get out. But I don't think I'd buy calls here, but if you really wanted to play that support, maybe you could. Bravo was the one person that said, CPI is expected, market flat. Big part of inflation is housing market, and they still have not significantly dropped yet. You sure, Bravo? I thought I've seen some pretty good stuff about the housing market starting to come down a little bit, and housing prices. I mean, nothing overly crazy, but you know, I've been seeing sellers are having a lot more issues now selling their houses and stuff. Sellers have to pay more fees and fix more things now, you know. It's not the same market where buyers were buying every, you know, you'd get 30 offers on your house the first day it's on the market. My sister, I'm not kidding you, sold her house in 1 hour. She put it on the market. Someone came and looked at it and told her they'd buy it within 1 hour, and that ended up being the person who got it. It was pretty funny. And my mom was able to sell her house for like way more than she bought it, which is cool. Right at the top. But talking about the midterms, guys, how do you guys feel about the midterms here? You know, we got these elections coming up tomorrow. Bravo says, I feel like the housing market will correct next year even more. Yeah, I do too, Bravo. 100%. I feel like it'll start to correct too. Yeah, exactly. I know, Bravo. It's terrible. At this interest rate, not too many people can afford houses. You're totally right. Bravo, I was doing the math and I wanted to buy a house, okay? This house was in the Lake of the Ozarks at Missouri. And the house, I think the total cost of the house was like $350,000. And I did all the math, and it came out that right now, currently, my monthly payment would have been like something like $2,400 or like $2,600 or something like that. But if I would have done it just somewhere in the median of like the lower interest rates, maybe like 3%, even like 3.9 or something, during that time, my payment would have only been like 1,600. So it was like an 800 a month payment difference because of the rates right now being what they are. So pretty insane, to say the least. I know exactly what you're saying, Bravo. It's terrible. Even the payments on like a cheaper $200,000 house right now are just so much higher than they were that it's just like, Jesus. I know, keep in mind, guys, I live in Missouri, so, you know, a house here that's 350,000 would probably cost like $1 million, you know, in California, for example. So just keep that in mind. You know, this is Missouri. Missouri has one of the cheapest housing costs in the whole country, one of them at least. Bravo says once a guy sneezes, everyone starts sneezing. LOL. I think once the housing listing come on the market, they start dropping more. Yeah, exactly. We just need those, yeah. Just need those prices to stay up so people want to sell. Prices need to be up and rates need to be low. Here's the 30-year government yield, at least. I wonder if I can do 30-year mortgage. I think I can. Look at this. Oh, I like this. Cool. Look at this. They even give me the interest rates on here. So it said you can only do daily, weekly, or monthly on it, but wow. Yeah, up around 7%. You can definitely see the big jump. Wow. Yeah, it definitely is. Correct the housing market and correct the rates, please. Well, you know, at least correct the rates at least a little bit, you know, Bravo, at least after they correct housing, hopefully. A little bit. But yeah, like look at this interest rate right now. I mean, we're pretty much going straight up right now. So I'm going to go ahead and do some drawings on the chart here because I feel like rates have to start to slow down a little bit. And I feel like that, you know, with the way the feds are going, I feel like they're going to do something to maybe ease the rates a little bit if inflation comes down. We can see on the CME FedWatch tool, they are pricing in a 50 basis point rate hike, at least as of now. And if that inflation data comes in lower than expected, they might ease back the rate hikes a little bit from 75 down to 50, kind of like this thing's expecting here on this FedWatch tool from the CME group, which for anyone who doesn't know the CME group, it's the Chicago Mercantile Exchange. And they do a lot of stuff with the futures market, with the gold market, and commodities and stuff like that. So keep that in mind. Bravo says some Fed speakers talk today at 3 p.m. Do they? Let's see. Yeah, it looks like they do. We have Mester, Collins, and Barkin talking tonight. I don't pay too much attention to those people. I mean, sometimes they say stuff and it moves the market a little bit, but obviously the big stuff is Powell and all that. But I'm going to go ahead and draw here on this interest rate chart real quick because I kind of feel like rates might kind of start to go like this. You know, I feel like we're going to hit some type of resistance and then maybe start to, you know, maybe dip back down to like here and then maybe start to, you know, climb back up a little bit and then, you know, I'm kind of looking for something like that here. You know, it's not a perfect drawing, but you know, I think rates might still go up a little bit more here, obviously heading into next year. And then once we get into like the middle, maybe like the end of the second quarter, sometime like that next year, maybe like April, May, June, somewhere like that, I feel like rates will start to peak and then start to come down maybe, heading into 2024. Hopefully that's the case. I mean, that'd be very nice. If that does happen, I might try to take advantage of rates if I can get them at like 5% or something, if we can get lucky. But yeah, we'll just have to see. Crazy stuff, though. I can't believe that it's going up so high. And if these things get up to like if we start getting up to levels we were, like, 9, 10% on the rates again, that's going to be insane. Insane. It really will. So yeah, hopefully hopefully that mortgage rate starts to come down a little bit in my eyes. That I know obviously the housing market needs to correct too. Looks like SPY is still having trouble breaking out here. Damn. Looking rough. Trying to turn over a little bit, but yeah, I appreciate you guys joining up today. Had some pretty nice conversations. Thank you, Bravo, Krish, Saram, Bushing, CCD, Catherine, Nathan, Keisha, of course, Mike Chang. Appreciate you guys so much. Thanks for being here. I go live every single morning at Market Open, so if you guys enjoy it, smash that subscribe button and hit that little bell icon. You'll get notified every morning right when I go live. So have a great rest of your day, guys. I hope you can kill it. I know the market's been a little bit slow so far today. We have seen some pretty good movers, but for the most part, pretty slow morning. Have a great day. I hope to see you guys all in the Discord.